What's up, guys? This is Griever here, bringing you guys a Shokugeki no Souma, also known as Food Wars, discussion video. And I'm really excited to get to do a discussion video about Shokugeki no Souma because unfortunately, or fortunately, depends on the way you look at it, Shokugeki no Souma has a certain level of simplicity to it. That's why the reviews on my channel are always tend to be anyways, unless I go off on tangents, which I don't do that. You guys know me. Those reviews tend to be shorter. And the reason for that is there's just not a whole lot to discuss. It's not like One Piece or Hunter x Hunter or Seven Deadly Sins where we can have all these possibilities and theories and discuss all these things. Outside of character discussions and reviews and predictions for the next chapter, there's not really a whole lot to talk about. There's not a whole lot of mystery. I mean, the last one was basically, who do we think the Bookmaster is? But everybody was already asking that question. And outside of, like, my theory, it was either Reina's mother or grandmother, and it turned out to be Reina's mother. But a lot of people called that. There wasn't really a whole lot to talk about. But here's a subject. As you can no doubt tell from the title of the video, and spoiler warning ahead, who is the fourth combatant in the blue competition? I'm serious. Look at the bracket back in, I believe it was chapter 302. Might have been 303, but I'm pretty sure it was 302. During that chapter, we saw, okay, it's going to be Saiba versus Souma, right? That's what we're into right now, Saiba versus Souma. Who's going to win? Is it going to be a tie? We don't know. I personally think Souma's going to win. But remember that Arena's on the other side. West-East Conference, think of it that way, or North-South, Red-Blue. Either way, she's on the other side. Well, she's in the semifinal match. She's not in the final match. It's not her against whoever wins. She has one more match, as far as I could tell, to defeat. And that character has a number of possibilities to who it could be. So that's what we're going to discuss today. And, I mean, we can look back. I know you guys who have been watching my reviews and stuff also know that I am not a fan of the fact that they took Megami and Takumi, put them in the blue competition with all these other fodder light chefs and some of these noirs that we know can't hold a candle to some of the past Elite 10 and some of the new members of the Elite 10. Why aren't they invited? Why aren't they there? If Mana's true goal is to literally find the best of the best of age under 35 and find a dish that can actually make her not vomit, why would she stick to these, why would it be special invite only? That's literally skirting around the idea that, some of these Elite 10 members are potentially much stronger. Why are you inviting the 10th seed of the Elite 10 just from Anne's recommendation and the 7th seed and not bringing up people like, we saw Tsukasa, but where's Rindo? And where's Megashima? And people like that? And where's Kuga? And people that actually have skills that can be brought to the table. So I sat down and I thought about it. Like, yes, we could just get a cameo appearance on who Arena's going to face, but honestly, what would drive the story forward? What would drive the plot forward? What character could be brought into the fold that would actually continue to make a week-to-week reading exciting? And it wouldn't just be, okay, we're seeing the cameo for the sake of the cameo and Arena's going to win, or lose, depending on the way you view it. And I came up with a few characters. The ones who deserve to be there in the top spot that I personally know of. Characters that we already know. Let's go down a quick list. Here are the four that I think. We have Rindo and Megashima, because remember, Megashima beat Souma. Souma never actually defeated him in a ramen versus ramen competition. The original third seed of the Elite 10 was still a better chef than Souma at the time of the Regiment de Cuisine. Then we also have Ishiki. Now, though he did lose to Tsukasa in a 1v1, it doesn't say that he could not have improved and evolved. Remember, he always hit his true strength. We don't know where he truly ranks. He sat down at the 8th seat just for the lulz, and now he's in his rightful place as the 2nd seat, but I would still garner that he could give Souma a run for his money, if not outright defeat him. So there's another person. We have Shinomiya, the master, the teacher of Souma, someone who is still under the age of 35, and we know for a fact, considering even the last chapter, Souma even says that right now he's using techniques and the will, and he's still referring to Shinomiya as master to create this new dish, to combine the 5 great cuisines as such. So it would be incredible for him to show up. See, there is a multitude of people that could still show up. Now, Why I don't think, other than cameo, it would not be Rindo or Megashima is because that would do nothing for Irena's character, nor would it do anything for Souma's character. Let's assume for a moment that any of these three are possible. We know that the fourth combatant is going to go up against Irena. So it could mean something to whoever she faces. It could mean something to Irena. Now, Rindo and Megashima, they don't really bring that much. It's not that Rindo couldn't, try to get her out of this lull she's in because she went from total Ice Queen Central-esque style and now went into depressed mode. I can't win. I can't do anything right. Rindo might be able to bring her out of that with her very, her childlike and her very alligator personality. It's always a possibility, but they don't really have that much of a strong connection, so that wouldn't make much sense. And since Tsukasa's already gone, Rindo, it's more Souma versus Tsukasa, which is the competition we all wanted to see, an honest 1v1. Rindo, as the second seed, they didn't really have that kind of rivalry, so it doesn't do much for Irena, it doesn't do much for Souma, and I really doubt both of them are going to get kicked out, and it's going to be fourth competitor versus Cross Knives. I really doubt that. So for those reasons, Megashima and Rindo, though they would be cool for a cameo appearance, I really doubt that they are going to be the fourth combatant, though I would love to see them and I think they deserve to be there. The other potentials are, we have Shinomiya and Ishiki. Now, the reason I think Shinomiya, once again, deserves to be there, and maybe he would kind of hide his presence, is the simple fact that it would be amazing if Irena in this lull form, right, that she's in this rut that she can't seem to get out. She went total dark side of the force, Lord Sith Irena, and next chapter went into a totally depressed state. She can't appease her mother. She can't beat Cross Knives. Soma's not going to win, all that stuff, right? It would be incredible if Shinomiya went up against Irena, the opportunity to go against the God Tongue. He doesn't hold back, and he sits back and he says at the end, and Shinomiya wins. As I believe he might still be able to beat Irena at her top game, he definitely would destroy her in the state she's in. So Shinomiya stands back and goes, the dish you prepared, that's not at the same level I believed you once were, sort of idea. I know that the God Tongue can bring out better things. I know, like, maybe teach a life lesson sort of idea and say, you still made me sweat, but I feel like you still have a long ways to go. Sort of that Mata Dane from Prince of Tennis sort of idea, and try to teach her that, it was an opportunity to go against you, but I want a rematch one day when you get through whatever this anxiety, this depression, this lull state you're in, this problem state of mind. I want to face you at your fullest to see how good you really have come, how far you have come with the God Tongue and everything. That would be kind of cool, though Shinomiya and Irena don't have much in common for that. They don't have much interaction. The big thing would be, let's say in my prediction that Souma does beat Cross Knives and he beats Saiba. There can be a number of reasons why they never actually get to the full competition, and people are saying it's going to be Irena versus Souma, it's going to be the decisive battle of the series. What I think would be really cool is leave that ambiguous all for the rest of the series, and people can argue and argue and argue. Then we finally have a rematch. Shinomiya, the master meets the student. It's a classic shonen thing. It's a classic thing in media format. Shinomiya defeats a weakened Irena and is unsatisfied, but then says, "Oh, you worked hard to come here. Now let's see how much you've improved since you left my kitchen," sort of idea, right? Shinomiya and Souma have an epic battle for the final of the blue competition. That would move the story forward. That would actually mean something not to Irena as the fourth combatant, but to Souma. It would be just as impactful as a match against Irena. But Irena in this mode is not what Souma wants. So it would make more sense to have somebody else in her place. The same can be said of the next one who I think is a possibility, which is Ishiki. See, the thing is, the Polar Star Dorm arrived, but I don't see members of the Elite Ten. There's no Kuga, there's no lab coat trio of Ryo, Hiyama, and Alice. There's no Ishiki. There's none of these people. Where are they? Once again, I hate the fact that none of them seem to be in the blue competition, or if they are, we haven't actually seen them, and that's kind of I understand the pacing and everything with this arc has been going on has been haphazard, but nonetheless, not showcasing them has been a problem for me, an issue. And it would be amazing to see that Ishiki was there the whole time. Now, my evidence for this, once again, saying that the Polar Star Dorm has arrived to cheer on Souma, but we don't see any of the true member, like the top brass outside of Souma, of, you know, the Elite 10 and Totsuki there yet. And that would be really cool to see that Ishiki is there. The reason that this works for Arena's character is that Ishiki, as basically the de facto leader of the Polar Star Dorm, the de facto leader, we can kind of agree on that, is that he would notice, and you know how Ishiki works. He would be one of the people that when Susanoo went to Souma and they talked about, you know, this generation will be able to help bring Arena out of her shell, will fix the problems that Azami created. And I guess in a retrospect was also talking about the depression that Mana went into. This generation will cure the issue of the God tongue sort of idea for his granddaughter. It's not just referring to Souma, it was the entire generation. And Ishiki, as the de facto leader, and as Arena has joined the Polar Star Dorm and stuff, he would almost feel it as his responsibility to bring her out of this lull. During this competition, Ishiki would use his very smile-like charm, his naked apron-esque thing that he does. He would be able to, they'd combat and stuff, and he'd have the smile, but then maybe he finally frowns and looks at Arena and like claps her hands and said, this is not the way we cook. This is not what you got to this point for. You didn't come to our Polar Star Dorm to just give up here now. And so something like that. I could see Ishiki as this very calm, very wise chef to be able to bring Arena out of this lull. Then Arena beats Ishiki, and Arena says, yeah, you didn't actually pull your full punches. And Ishiki does that whole kind of, he's sort of a reverse of the Shinomiya argument that I made, is that it would be great to see Souma versus Shinomiya, and Arena's in this lull, and Shinomiya sort of still wins, but is unsatisfied and tells Arena, you know, this isn't all there is to your cooking. You still have much more growing to do and stuff, and that kind of helps her after beating her. Ishiki's version would help her halfway through the competition, and he would it would be left ambiguous whether he went all out or he pulled back his punches. Arena gets out of her lull. She tries hard without going all Dark Lord of the Sith, and she beats Ishiki, similar to what Tsukasa did, sort of idea, a 3-0 victory. And then Arena, and then we can have that once again, that Kisuke Urahara thing, where, you know, just flapping his hands, like Arena will say, I know, like, you would have won, you could have just destroyed me, but you helped me and stuff. And he goes, well, it's my job as basically as an Elite 10 member to support our headmistress, but also, you know, as a member of the Polar Star Dorm, you're one of, basically, you're under my, you know, you could have one of those comical things where he's like the mother hen and they're all running around as little chicks in the pen, you know, because that's the way Ishiki is, right? That's the way he views all the members of the Polar Star Dorm, and he believes as Arena is a member of that family, that dorm. So, and it's his job to be the mother hen. That's been established throughout the whole series. And it would be really cool if, you know, Arena said, you know, you pulled your punches, and he could kind of like sit back in. It would be left ambiguous whether he actually pulled his punches back to let Arena win, and he still has yet to show his 100% true strength. I know he lost to Tsukasa, but maybe that was for other reasons. Who knows? But that would be really cool. And then we could get the climactic battle between Arena and Souma. Or Arena at her fullest, not afraid anymore to face off against Cross Knives. That would be really cool. A lot of people are saying there's going to be a 3-way battle, but somebody needs to be able to bring Arena out of this lull before the competition. And it would be incredible if it was Ishiki or Shinomiya that did it, regardless of who Arena would face or who the fourth combatant would face. Whether it's a 3-way battle, whether it's Souma, whether it's Saiba, somebody needs to bring Arena out of this. And I think Ishiki fits that role almost to a T perfectly, in my opinion. Now, the last possibility, or it's kind of a double possibility, is it's a brand new character, and we either see them, we don't see them, and they're off-screened, or we see them, but they're just a fodder person that Arena uses this match to get over once again, get over the yips that she's feeling right now, this depression, and then she wins to go off against whoever is going to be in the finals. The other possibility of this kind of double whammy is it's a hand-picked chef by Mana herself. A secret weapon, a hidden weapon. Somebody that she found somewhere in the streets of somewhere, and after traveling the world or something, and this person completely has a evolved version of the God Tongue. Maybe it's the Supreme God Tongue or something. Or potentially it's another member of the family or something. So anyway, somebody picked by Mana, a character that we could believe is strength, like right away. It's like, okay, this person is badass. A new character, but this character is not one-shotted. It is not off-screen. This is a new character handpicked by Mana and is showcased in this, a disciple, if you would. So I wouldn't really care to see that. Once again, I believe the two greatest possibilities and the ones that I would enjoy the most of this fourth combatant would be either Shinomiya, for the reasons I explained, or Ishiki, which I think would be even better, as Ishiki and Shinomiya are two of my favorite characters in the series. Once again, I would like to see Rindo or Megashima there, but they would not do anything other than a cameo appearance to simply move the plot. They wouldn't really do anything for the plot. They wouldn't move anything forward, and it would be about the same idea as basically Arena off-screening the fourth combatant, and then we get to the finals. So regardless what the finals may hold for us, once again, a three-way between Arena, a three-way battle between Arena, Souma, and Saiba, or it's Arena versus Saiba, or it's Arena versus Souma, whatever. Anyways, guys, those are my, I guess, discussion theory, predictions, whatever you want to call it, for who is the fourth combatant in Shokugeki no Soma. Who is going to go up against Arena? Now, let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comment section down below. Do you believe that it could be somebody important like Shinomiya or Ishiki? Am I wrong to think that this is the way it would go down if that's the case? Or are we just going to have it off screen and they're just going to completely forget for pacing reasons? They're just going to move on and Arena's already at the finals. The way this arc has gone, the way the pacing has gone, and the way the treatment of the characters has been, I firmly believe that that is probably the highest possibility. But if for a stroke of luck we do get a character that we know or something comes out of this fourth combatant in the blue competition, I believe that the two strongest candidates are both Shinomiya and Ishiki. So let me know your thoughts down in the comment section down below. As always, this has been Griever. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of these type of videos. And we'll see you back here next time, guys. Peace out.